I want to kind of come back full circle here because you have talked a little bit about your formative years in Iowa, and you are now back teaching at the University of Northern Iowa, which is where you went for your undergraduate studies. So, what's your return to the school been like now as a teacher?
It's weird because every time I've had to answer that question, it's been to people at the school. So my
Yeah,
answer's a little, different.
like political. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, this is a great school." But it's weird. It's really weird because a lot of times when my students are talking to me about things that are happening here, my immediate response is like, back when I was here, we did this." It's like they're having their own experience. It's different than when you were here. That's fine. That's the way it should be. Academia should evolve. But yeah, it's been really weird. And it's hard to like get out of student mode, if that makes sense. Because a lot of, and I think it's just me, like it's just how I am. I want to go to everything I see. And I don't see a ton of other professors at just like random recitals and events. So I do feel a little weird just showing up to like random recitals and master classes, but that's still like interesting to me. Like I still want to go to everything. I still live by like the John Cage rules. Go to everything, read everything you can get your hands on. And so it's weird mentally for me to like say like you should be more professorly. I don't know what that means. It's like what is because when I talk to my colleagues like the way this school is set up, I'm on the second level and there's only like one hallway of the second level and all the brass faculty are up here with me. So it's cool just like talking to them about what they're up to when they're not teaching lessons. So there it's like being an adult student. And I think I'll always be in this mindset of feeling like a student. Like I'm still like I still have weekly assignments that I give to myself, but I think as long as I stay in this mindset, I'll stay in academia.
yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, do you see yourself in any of your students? I mean, do you? I don't know. Are there any little Bretts running around?
That is a good question because I do. I don't know. I was a little strange because it's small. And a lot of these programs, like high school band programs, don't have the same kind of resources that I saw in New York or Florida or Texas, having worked in like high school programs in those states. They just don't have as much awareness as to like what possibilities there are. Because a lot of times with high school musicians in Iowa, their musical mentors are their band directors, which makes sense. That's who they interface with the most. That's who they see in the profession. But then they meet someone like me, and like I had to be a weird adjustment for these students because I'm not doing that. Like nothing about my career has been traditional. Nothing about anything I do is traditional. So when I came in with my like lo-fi beats for warm-ups, there was a lot of like kind of like looking around the room like what are we doing right now? I'm like, "Hey, this is nuts and bolts. This is Arbin's exercises. This is the Remington warm-up just with a beat." All right, it's nothing crazy. It's just a new way to conceptualize these ideas. And so when I talk to my students about what they want to do for a career, they're like, music ed, I'm going to go student teach when I graduate, and then I'm going to be a band director. I'm like, okay, well, you could do this. You could go down this route. You could be like a more of a performer, arranger, that kind of thing. You could be turned into Theon Cross. He's a like electric tuba player. He does a lot of jazz stuff. So now we've got a student in the studio that's really into jazz. So I'm trying to like nourish that a little bit more because there's stuff you can do with jazz on the tuba. Like I just had an album come out February 15th with New Stream Brass, and that's like half jazz, has half classical brass ensemble stuff. So a lot of what it is, I'm just trying to show them that there's so much more that you can do. And in Iowa, there's just not a lot of visibility for anything other than the music ed route right now. But it's getting better, you know? I think not that I'm going to change the culture here, but I think I'm going to show people that you can do some other entrepreneurial kind of ventures and make a career out of it because that's the goal.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, of course.
I really I do drive this point home with all of my students, but you want to set your life up so that you love your day to day. If you don't like Monday through Friday 9 to 5, what are you doing? Sorry, but like what you have to do whatever you can so that you love what you're doing when you're working. Because what I do when I work, like today's a work day for me. I came here, I practiced, I'm doing this interview. I've got like a work block in the afternoon where I'm going to write music. That's what I'm working for. That's how I'm like living in a house, getting groceries and stuff. So it takes a lot of work, but there's ways to do it where you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Have you read Chop Wood, Carry Water?
No, but it sounds awesome.
It's it's like one of those kind of like bro-y motivational books, but it's so great. Talking about becoming a samurai, kind of. There's a really great kind of like parable in the book about what's Koda. He's like a Japanese architect that builds houses, and he's coming to the end of his career, and then he's realizing like, okay, this next project that I take, it's going to be my last thing. I want to retire. I want to go live somewhere else. So he builds the house, but he kind of like does it halfway because he knows he's going to be done at the end of it. So he's not doing everything. He's not in love with the process of building that house. And then when the house is completed, his boss says like, hey, good job on this house. I know you're retiring. Great. As a gift, he hands him the keys to the house. He's like, that house, that last project, that's the house you just built for yourself. And then he's just like hit with regret. He's like, I wasn't in love with building this house. Now I don't love this house. Like, what have I sold myself short. I didn't know I was building it for me. If I knew I was building my own house, I would have done this totally differently. So I guess the lesson is like, build the career that you want, do the thing that you love, and do everything you do with love so that you build the house that you actually want to be in.
Mm.
Whew.
It's heavy.
Whew. Yeah.
I love it.
It's a good book. You got to check it out.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Thank you so much for tuning in to Micromaker by Loose Leaf Transmissions. We hope you enjoyed this brief glimpse into the inner workings of the creative life. If this resonated with you, be sure to check out the full conversation on Music Maker with Tyler Klein, a podcast exploring craft and process, philosophy and inspiration, and the honest, often messy parts of being an artist, creative uncertainty, purpose and identity, and resilience. You can find Music Maker wherever you get your podcasts or by visiting musicmakerpodcast.com.